guys, Paul here at New Hampshire UFO Hunter on YouTube. So I've got a clip here for you from Fox News on the Navy's new plan to destigmatize UFO sightings. But before I run that, let me fill you in a little bit on what I think is what and why. And now, this is just opinion, but I do know a little bit about the subject. By the way, be sure to check out my YouTube channel for more about me, some of my personal UFO footage, and some other UFO evidence. And please make sure to subscribe, because I'm just getting rolling here, guys. So I've seen headlines from angry pilots made them do it to is this disclosure. Well, we all know that David Fravor, an ex-military pilot, has come forward with his accounts. I posted an interview with him, by the way. If you don't know about him, I'll leave a link down in the description. And I highly suggest a video called The Nimitz Encounter, which you can find it on Amazon Prime. I don't know where else it might be. But unfortunately, my friends, this is just history repeating itself. On a good note, pilots that have to deal with this stuff on a regular basis will have somewhere to go without feeling ridiculed or labeled as a UFO nut. I resemble that remark, by the way. But now the chances become less likely that that information will ever become public. You see, they're just cleaning up their mess right now. The last thing they need is another respected pilot to go out and tell the truth after he's had a few beers with his buddies. So what they've done is not only have they sensationalized this story about the Navy, but they've also thrown in the fear factor, clear out stating that any of the options that could explain these interactions and this footage would not be good. So in other words, if it's aliens, which I can assure you, that's what these are, and they know that it won't be good for the human race.
The U.S. Navy is preparing new guidelines for pilots on how to report sightings of UFOs. The military reports there have been strange sightings of unauthorized or unidentified aircraft over its airspace in recent years, though no confirmed encounters with anybody from some other place. But the Navy is updating its process so that investigators can look into each individual report. Our national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin is live at the Pentagon. Hey, Jen.
Hi, Shep. Well, the Pentagon closed its office that dealt with UFO sightings in 2012 when Congress, in essence, stopped funding it. That office was called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Now, after a series of unusual encounters by Navy jets, like this one in 2017, showing an F-18 Super Hornet encountering an unidentified object, the Navy has decided it needs to codify how its sailors and pilots record such unexplained events in case these flying objects are in fact some kind of advanced aircraft sent by the Russians or Chinese to spy on the U.S. military. In essence, the U.S. Navy and Pentagon are trying to destigmatize reporting what they call unexplained aerial phenomena. Today, the Navy issued a statement, quote, "The Navy is updating and formalizing the process by which reports of any such suspected incursions can be made to the cognizant authorities. A new message to the fleet that will detail the steps for reporting is in draft. In response to requests for information from congressional members and staff, Navy officials have provided a series of briefings by senior naval intelligence officials as well as aviators who reported hazards to aviation safety." For many years, it was considered a career ender to report these unexplained encounters, so many military personnel had downplayed them, Shep.
Is there anything to the timing of this?
Well, since 2014, there have been an increasing number of encounters. Most of them are suspected drones. After the 2017 F-18 incident and the release of this Navy video showing the pilot's reaction to the strange aerial encounter, the Pentagon established an office inside the Defense Intelligence Agency to study these recent phenomena at the urging of several U.S. senators who set aside $25 million for the new office. Among the incidents closely studied was an aerial incursion involving the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier strike group, which lasted several days and involved what pilots described as aircraft that flew in a manner that defied physics. Politico reporter Brian Bender broke the news of the Navy's new guidelines for reporting UFOs today. Shepard.
Jennifer, thank you.
Project Blue Book, Project Grudge, Project Sign, the Majestic 12, the release of UFO documents, the CIA's secret UFO program. Let's face it, people, this debate could end tomorrow if the government just showed us all the footage that they've compiled and removed the ink blotches from the documents But that's not going to happen anytime soon. So basically, we're left with more questions than answers. Let's face it, the last thing we need on this planet is free, clean energy, cures instead of treatments, and no war. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. Is this a beginning of a new outlook on the UFO subject? Now that pilots can take us seriously, are the academics going to take it seriously? Or is this just going to wind up old forgotten news like all the rest? Thanks for watching, and please give me a quick like, and I'll be back soon with some more out of this world UFO evidence. So be sure to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss anything. Take care and be safe.